game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. For a strong kick to get this one underway. Coming out with it, it's Peace. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The play fake on first down to throw. He's got it along the sideline. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, really nice catch there. And I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship got way harder. If they're going to win today, they've got to come up with big plays in the passing game. This guy gives them that.
He's loose. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Trying to surge it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
With the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spray a guy free. But the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. Back's got it. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness. Now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
The give to the back. And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. He
lets one fly deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, we knew coming into this game that field position was going to be massive. They had their backs against the wall in their own opening drive, but a really nice job there on the run, third down, getting some breathing room, moving the sticks.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They're going to ride this running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quickly to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that guy.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. He caught it. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Give to the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
He'll bring it out. It's Peace. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Looking for a man. It's Samuel. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Out of the gun to give to the back. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Makes the catch. It's Peace. Oh, he's got some space. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Peace. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a 1st down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
They'll run it from the gun. Powers through the defender. He's up to 55 yards rushing in this 1st half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, it's Samuel. And it's complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. A pass in these tight quarters, if you're going to put the ball up, you'd like to think that you'd either have space or get it downfield a little bit.
Yeah, I like the defense understanding where the end zone is and then defending that line. It's okay to make the catch. You just got to make sure you get the ball carrier down in the field of play.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Back's looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, it was a great effort throwing to the running back that time. He was almost able to get in on 3rd down. The defense makes the stop. Now it's decision time. 4th, you're very close to the goal line. You've got this running back in the backfield. What do you do?
This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Touchdown, Aggies! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical 4th down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. 2 dudes on the exact same page coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on 4th down. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Going deep. Snags it down the right side. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Using the quick game. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. And
he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Peace. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The running back has it. There he goes. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
To the ground with the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Aggies with the 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Samuel. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Got the first down. Looking for more. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. He's now up to 104 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. The Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Scoops it up. Still a live ball.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Caught behind the line. It's Peace. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking downfield, it's Samuel. He's got him this time. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Texas A&M going up-tempo. He's looking to pass. Here comes the heat. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. That'll bring him to within 4. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Off-play action on first down. He's going to let it go. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision making.
There he goes! And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They're going to run it to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy.
Turning it on! Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Got his man quickly. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Catch in the middle. It's Rasmussen. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Florida State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days when Bobby Bowden walked the sidelines, this has not been a blowout today in Tallahassee. They're up by 7 over Tennessee. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Samuel. Quickly out to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Creates a little room. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Right back to the well. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Knocked down at the 43-yard line, and the interception has him set up in plus territory.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on throw, and that leads to the interception.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll try the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
The inside handoff. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Might be changing the route. Off the play fake. fires to the tight end. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Big catches, big plays, and tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So first down, we'll open up the final period.
Here we go, here we go.
The give. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so...
Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to throw, it's Samuel. It's complete to the left. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Small. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Texas A&M going quickly. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Let's it fly. And it's caught. Touchdown, Aggies.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Starts a drive trying to go up top. They're working that left side. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Quick handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Offense facing 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And the Aggies come to the line in the hurry-up.
And everything's going to have to be downfield. That's a nice start to this drive, but they're going to need to score, get the ball back quickly, and score again.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Samuel. Fires to the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it just feels like this game is over. They are going to need a miracle. They're going to need a quick 3 and out. They're going to need a turnover or something to have any shot at getting back in this game.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for them.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
3rd down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out and get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. 4th down now upcoming.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Looking to throw, it's Samuel. Snagged out of the air. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. To the air on 2nd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Gets it out fast. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Gonna look downfield again. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Release to the back. That's caught. It's Peace. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Dumps it to the back. On target. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Under fire. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. I don't think the pressure's going to get to these guys. This is when it's fun. Late in the game, down one score, gotta have it right now. To the air, it's Samuel. This time he's got him. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. They kept that drive alive, but still ground to cover here on first down. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find this man for 6.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Wide open downfield. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. One more play to pad the stats. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move them back. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Back to throw. It's Samuel. He uncorks one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Man, the offense, they can taste it. They're on the road in a hostile environment in a 2-minute situation. They're trying to rip this game away from the home team. They take a shot into the end zone, being aggressive. I love the play call, but it falls incomplete.
He's not afraid to go deep. He fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great. The home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.